I met with the CEO of underwear last week. He told me to keep it brief. You're welcome.
Okay, so I had to go to town to get ink to be able to even print off my thing. You have to leave like a registration thing with the butcher. So I got this new Bluetti here in the back of the truck. I got like a whole office set up in the back here. And I power my printer and laptop with this. Okay, got myself hooked up to this Bluetti Elite 200. Tell you more about that here in a few minutes, but I need to get this printed off, and it's printing off the printer right now in the parking lot at Walmart. Sweet. Let's take it to the butcher. Okay, so this is what I was using out in the parking lot at Walmart. I got it back in the house now. It was actually really sweet to be able to have it like right in the truck like that. And I had to do it that way because I couldn't print, and we're quite a long ways. I can't just go outside and get ink easily. So on the trip, I was like, all right, I'll bring the computer with me. Bring this here to power up the computer if it's because it was actually dying. I didn't actually end up needing it for that, but the printer needed power for sure. So I brought the printer, the computer, and this to town with me. And then right in the Walmart parking lot, I went in and bought ink for the machine. Came out and you saw me print off the registration thing I needed for the deer. I'll get more to that as soon as I go over this new unit from Bluetti real quick. It's super cool, easy to carry around, and got a lot of power. So it's a Bluetti Elite 200 V2. It's a new one. 2600 watts, that's a lot for a unit like this. More compact than some other ones of similar power too, so that's cool. Got the cat joining me here. It's also 2073.6 watt hours, so that's pretty cool. But so it'll last for quite a while depending on what you're running on it. Show you what's on it here. So there's DC input here. That's the input to charge. There's DC output, 12 volt. There's power. Got the display like always. Tells you how much percentage is in it. Tells you how much output, input going on over here. That's how you turn the DC on. That's how you turn the AC on. The AC plugs. This is the DC stuff. There's USB-C. That's like an iPhone plug-in. That's a regular USB. So there's a couple of those. They're both 15 watts. This one's 100. And there's another one of the iPhone ones, the USB-Cs. And then for the 120s. And this here can put out 2600 watts. So that's pretty sweet. So it's got that stuff on there, and then over on the side, that's just a circuit protector there. And then the AC input here. Good handles on the side of this one. But this one here is probably like my favorite one for like quite a bit of power, but not overly big and not too small. It's like kind of that happy medium. At least for me, that's what I found. Because I can run power tools on this if I'm building out in the field or anything like that where there's no power available. Keeps things quiet, don't have to listen to generators, and you can actually run your skill saws. I ran my chop saw off these rigs too. Ones of this size, the 200P or 200 Max I was running off. And this one has more, this puts out a little more power than that, so this would handle it too. So this one here, and then just keeping all your regular stuff charged up. That's from our side of things, batteries and all that stuff on a work site. This kind of size comes in handy big time because it's not overly big. It's not too small, right? That's the beauty of something like this, that you can move it around so easily too if you want. It's portable, it's deadly. Again, they have all kinds of different stuff with them, from smaller units to way bigger home backup power units. So you can check all that out. We'll put the links all down below for that stuff. Links for this here too. This one's just coming out, so there's a debut coming out. There's a discount code. All that extra stuff there's going to be down below. Cat's trying to get to me. And anything like specs, all that stuff you want to know more about this, charging it with solar, all that stuff, it'll all be like down in the links below to get all the specs on that stuff. Also, there's going to be another link down below because there's a big Black Friday sale coming up, saving up to 60% off. So if you're in the market for some off-grid power solutions or going out camping, RVing, all that stuff I've been saying, you can check out all the links down below for that and get in on that sale while it's happening. Again, in the description box, all those links to the unit, other units, take you to the website, take you to the Black Friday, all that down below. And this is a really cool unit. Thanks to Bluetti for sponsoring the video. Been working with them for years. Lots of their stuff. They back up our cabin. Anyways, thanks to Bluetti for sponsoring the video. Let's tell you about the hunt. Okay, so we made her happen. We got a deer last night. A little 8-point. Well, actually, it was a pretty good sized deer. Didn't have the biggest rack on him, but not a bad little rack on him. But he's a pretty big deer, especially when you compare to those deer you guys get down south. He could have a 12-point giant rack and be 100 pounds. We could have a spike horn up here and outweigh that sucker. Anyways, all jokes aside, we got a deer. So that's pretty cool. Show you him here. So it's not overly cold right now. There he is there. He's got a nice little rack on him. Just a little small one, but he's a pretty good sized deer. But that's landscaping fabric. I didn't have any. I like to throw what's that called, you know, cheesecloth over it to keep the bugs off it or anything at night. But I didn't have any, so I threw landscaping fabric because that actually is like a breathable fabric. So whatever, just to keep the stuff off. I'm gonna get them down out of there though, because it's too warm. I mean, it's not too warm, it's not too bad, but I'd like it to be cooler than that. But what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna take this in to butch right now. We don't really have the means to bring this in and chop it up. I could do it on the table. We've done that before with the bear. And we've done that with deer before, actually, so I don't know what I'm saying. But I really want, I'm not set up to make a bunch of sausage, and there's a good place that I love their sausage. They do a ton of different kinds of sausage. So I'm going to bring it in and do that. And then eventually I'll get set up that we can, you know, make our own sausage. We'll get a couple pigs again, stuff like that. Anyways, oh, I found a connection so I can feed pigs pretty cheap too, because we had a connection before, but now we're nowhere near there. Anyways, what I'm saying, I really want to get a whole bunch of sausage. You know, I'll have a few good steaks. Like I'll take the back straps, the tenderloins, and some other stuff like that. But more importantly, get a bunch of that. But if I debone it here, I will just basically be grounding a lot of it and just cutting the steaks up myself. But since I want those sausages, I'm going to do that. And also with that, we end up with way more meat by doing it that way, because we get mixing the sausage. There's a pork mix in it, 30% or something. I can't remember the exact percentage, but that makes it really good. So they got like bacon cheddar sausage, donair sausage, honey garlic, Italian, hot Italian, all kinds of different kinds you want. And there's maple breakfast. We really love those. Anyways, I'm going to get this down because I don't want to hang in here any longer in like this. It's not below freezing, and well, it's not. It's probably about 5 degrees right now, would be my guess. But so it's not brutally warm or anything. But I want to get this out, get that in there, and then we'll be able to just, you know, have our deer meat good to go for the winter. We also have a side of beef coming here soon. That comes from the same place. So we have a pretty good spot. It takes me a bit to drive there, but it's not too bad. It's worth it. Anyways, I'm going to get that down, get it in the truck, and we'll get started on this being processed. So last night, got him right at last shot. I just saw this one. That was a new deer that's been coming in. There was the other ones, but this one here just started coming in. So he was a nice looking buck. He was the first one that started coming in during the day, and he happened to come out last night, right at the very end last night. Anyways, took a bit because I kind of got like a down valley. Like I'm up kind of on a little bit of a hill, but then it's down and then back up. So I drug him like through there. I cleaned him there, gutted him, and then I brought him down like this little valley area, and then I got the wench for the side-by-side, wenched him up the next hill. Then I brought the tractor and put him in the bucket and brought him up here, hung him on the bucket, and then skinned him there and all that. And then from there brought him over the tractor, hung him up with a couple ratchet straps in the shed for the night. By the time I got through doing that, it was probably getting kind of pretty late anyway. But yeah, but it was pretty fun. Happy. Baby was out there with us. That's the first buck for her to see. She's 6 weeks old now. Sam was out there. She's 10 now. She loves that. Ashley always likes it. So it's fun. It's a big family affair getting the harvesting our meat. But yeah, enough chatting and more putting that in there. And I left the window down. It was pouring the rain all night in the truck. So this is soaked. I'll chuck this blanket over it. Frig. Okay, so me and Sam just had something to eat, because since we came to the big smoke into a town of about 1,200 people, I actually don't know, but not a whole lot. Anyways, we got something to eat while we were in there. The deer was 131 pounds on the hook, so that's, you know, without the head, the hide, field dressed obviously. So it probably weighed about 220 live weight. So not a bad deer at all.
Yeah,
Eh?
it's pretty good.
Yeah, so we're going to get a whole pile of sausage. We're going to get breakfast sausage, donair sausage, bacon cheddar sausage. I feel like Bubba Gump from talking about the shrimp.
Shrimp kebabs, shrimp creole, shrimp gumbo, pan fried, deep fried, stir fried.
And Oktoberfest. I got to start the truck though. She's getting chilly. And we're going to get back to the homestead.
It's a cold, snowy day out there today, so getting that fire going. We let it go out the other day. We let it go out during the day because it was quite warm during the day, but now it's evening and it's snowing and it's cold, so we're getting it going. We let it go every night anyway, and during the day if it gets too warm, like above 10, we usually just let it go out and it stays nice in here. But yeah, now in the evenings it's probably, I think, 0 Celsius and then going down to -1 or -2, which isn't bad, but it's nice to have this going, that's for sure. But we got all of our winter's wood ready to go, and we got our deer now, so it's going to be ready soon for the freezer, and we've also got our half cow on order, so we're ready for winter. Lots of food and lots of warmth. All right, so see you in the next one.